Hey everybody, welcome back. This is season 2. This time we're going to do a different kind of show with some different style puppets. And we're going to do this a little differently than we did with the shadow puppets. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to build, a couple different other styles with things you may have at home. And once again, this is only really to stimulate some creativity and some imagination. So feel free to come up with some things in new ways and let us know. Let Mrs. Davis know or email her. And if you have a new idea and you tried something, you go, oh, this really works great, then, let us know. The new show we're going to do, that we're going to develop, is Forest for the Trees. So it's a new style of puppets. So, Orville, you're not in this one. No, you got it. We're going into the forest, not under the sea. So, yeah. Oh, all right. This is what there's a couple of different materials you may need. There's an artist that works with toilet paper rolls, makes magnificent little sculptures out of them and faces and toilet paper rolls. But that link will be below if you want to check him out if you get a chance. It's really cool work. So I've been trying a few, and this is one of my new guys, Mr. Toilet Paper Roll. He's green now. He's part of the Forest for the Trees. So we're going to do a lot of different things and maybe some different kinds of scenery in there to make the trees grow and different things like that. And so towards the end of this, we're going to go over a different kind of theater, different kinds of stages that you can perform these on. And this can be performed with these about anywhere you like. There's going to be some marionettes in it where you work with a string. And whatever it's best to work the puppets with. So right now we're going to start with how do we make one of these guys. So what I have is a couple paper towel rolls, and I'm going to cut probably about a 4-inch piece, or about the same size as a toilet paper roll. So in the water, you want to fill that up as much as you can. And we're going to dip the roll in the paper. Just get it wet. Don't soak it. All right. So it's nice and all wet. All right. So this is when you put your glasses on, that sort of thing. So you want to create a face in that. So I want to create the eyes. You kind of gotta smush it around a little bit and squinch it softly. You don't want to get too aggressive with it because it might tear or come apart. So be very gentle with the toilet paper roll, right? But I want to put a nose in there. If you can see it, I pinched it, squish it around like that. And so I want to get a mouth. This is where you get to play a little bit. For me, my fingers are big and kind of hard to get. But see, it's starting to come up a little bit. So this is where it gets fun, because you have no idea how it's going to turn out. So you just really have to let it do what it's going to do. So with the eyes, squinch it down a little bit. It's almost like a hat. How do we make that? It's kind of coming apart a little bit. So I have his nose. See him going, a little mouth right there, some eyes back in the shade there. So, all right. So these can be the little creatures in the forest, all right? And you can do it different ways also. This is just a fun way to see how toilet paper rolls come out. So what you do there is, after you got it wet and you got it kind of shaped pretty close to what you think you want, let it dry where it is. While it is wet, that's when I kind of like to paint. So the paint goes into the cardboard or the toilet paper roll, because I don't want it to be real solid. So see how that's kind of blended into the toilet paper roll? It's really nice. It doesn't make it look so solid. So I have a little variety of paints. I have a little tray here. So we're in the forest. Put him down. Oh, some paint. Ah! Well, there's some green. We're gonna use green. All right. So, and I'll even add a little water to it. So I'm gonna do that. So you got a little scrunchy mouth. Maybe it's a little bitter because he's green, sick, maybe. I don't know. You know, you use your darks for the shading of it. You can wet blend it. The wet blending's blending in while the wet or the paint is wet. Okay. All right. So you want to let that dry a little bit. Maybe keep shaping a little bit just while you're in there. Yeah. Let's see. It's got a bit of a frown, but so while we're letting this guy dry, I'm going to set him over here to the side. Yep. And don't forget a little towel too, because you want to, don't forget to clean the brush out before you change colors. All right. If you have a couple brushes, that's awesome too. So what I'm going to do now is I'd like to add a little bit to this guy. Maybe it's more branch like how about some hair that looks like tree stuff? Yeah? All right. So I'm gonna cut, now it's round, so it may not be trouble, but if you're using a piece of regular paper or some more box material that we went over in the first one, cut out some branches, some tree stuff like a crown. How about if he's like Prince Triapus? Yeah. Okay. He's a tree prince that watches over the tree food supplies. Now we gotta have those. So I'm gonna make him kind of like a little prince crown thing, right? All right. So remember, save your scraps and stuff. So this is round, and you have a hole in there in the middle of it. So kind of want it to fit in there and fit inside that and do that. So let me put a little bit of glue on there. Remember, you can use different kinds of glue. It's just hot glue. Kind of dries a lot faster and it burns. So let's put that in there. Yeah. How's that? Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, so bend these out a bit. See, now I went ahead and on this one I painted the eyes in to give it the eyes. Now you can add things to give it eyes, like little beads or something like that. It's really cool. So these guys are going to be characters in this forest. Now, kind of like how we did the Garden of Life, they all have a purpose and that sort of thing in it. So this is Prince who? Triapus? Okay. And he helps get food to the trees, all right, when they were young, like saplings, you know, that sort of thing. So I don't know if he likes his job or not, but he is a prince, so that might help. I think he's a self-proclaimed prince. Something else that you can do. I have some leaves. There might still be some left out in the yard, you know. Be really cool if you maybe added some sticks to this or something out in the yard. Or some leaves you can add to this and make it really kind of woody, sort of foresty. That's really neat. That's a good idea, Tristan. Let's go with that. I like that idea. So as you're going, I mean, it's really hard to, with the toilet paper rolls, the way you're shaping it and pushing and pulling it to get it to stay together and create that little head. You're not quite sure, you can't go into it trying to get something you want. I mean, once you get to know how to push it and pull it, I've went through several of those of throwing them away because they didn't turn out right half the time, or they fell apart. So don't think that it's gonna come out right the first time. But it is a lot of fun to see what comes out of the toilet paper roll. So, and then you may decide to add other things like leaves to this to make it more foresty. So the theme is in the forest, you know. So what kind of creatures, different things in the forest, different ideas with that. So, and this is just really having fun. So I have to admit, these are fake leaves that I that I had laying around, but I do have some real leaves somewhere too, so that I like to collect, that sort of thing. If there's seeds outside, like walnuts and stuff like that, that you want to add to make them more foresty, it's really cool too. All right, so there we go. That's kind of cool, right? That's the new language of the forest for the trees. All right, so I kind of want to put some arms on that, or maybe some legs. I have some pipe cleaners that we can make, like feet. I also have some string, or some shoestrings that we can cut up also. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. I don't know. I don't like the look of it. All right, so you guys are seeing firsthand how it goes with developing something from nothing. And it's hard to know where it's going to go, which is the fun part. Sometimes when you're dealing with, so what do you got to make it? And the story, as I'm thinking along in it, is what do you see when you walk through this forest that you've never seen before? So that's your imagination starts up. So are they all these trees? Do they walk? They talk? You know, trees are funny because they listen to everybody, but they can't say anything. All the stories that they've heard, you know, those trees that grow next to a park bench or something like that, and you wonder if they're actually listening to your conversation. So I'm gonna make just like a root that looks like maybe a couple feet on it. Glue it to the back there and make it look like, ouch, ow. It look like he's gonna walk. All right. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's really cool. All right, so you can add a lot more stuff to it. Go out in the yard and find some sticks, find some long grass, find some things like that. Just get creative, play a little bit. It's good to play with different kinds of materials so you get to know how they work. him down for a minute. Let's just go back to this guy. This guy's almost dry. So what I did with him, I have a skewer. But I'm going to show you on the next one how to make like a marionette style instead of using the rod. All right, a couple of different styles of stages, and the one I'm going to use for this. So, and through this we're going to make some growing trees and some different really cool little scenery things to happen in the forest, because you always want everything to move. Everything's a puppet. All right, kind of like we did in the shadow puppets. Everything moved, became on and off, and changed scene. So we need to do that for this also. So once I get all these made, decide what those are, I'm gonna decide the order which they go in with the same idea with the storyboard. All right. So I hope to show you a lot of different methods. What you can use, a lot of different tools in how to use things, how to put things together with what you have. All right, there's that. He's gonna have to dry some more. All right, so we'll fix these up and we'll have a different style for the next episode. Remember, Forest for the Trees, powered by Pneuma Kinetics.